So one rule that I need to implement and highly recommend you do the same is before you start during your trading day, make sure you are in the correct account, because today I traded, thought I was doing great, had no idea I was in the wrong account until later today when I was switching to the correct account, and I hadn't made a single trade all day in the correct account. I guess the good news is that at least it wasn't the reverse where I thought I was in a practice account and I was swinging trades all over the place and getting buried, which happened to me once, and I had to reset the whole program. I guess that's the good news. The bad news is I didn't make over $1,000 today, so I'm not counting today as part of the episodes, but I am gonna upload the video of the trades because they were useful. So always remember to assure you are in the correct account at the very beginning of the day. All right, it is Thursday, 9/23/2021. This is episode 6 of my Topstep Combine Stage 2 series. Market is currently 4406.25. Up about 22 points, up 0.5%. Pre-market volume is 253, the average is 246. So the volume is still staying elevated, that's a positive. Overnight range has tightened a little bit. It's at 39. I'll explain why in just a second. Let's switch over to the VIX here, take a look at that. So the VIX is currently 19.64. It's down 1.23, down 5.89%. So we've moved back within these Bollinger Bands. And what I'm hoping is that we stay in this range or lower. The market structure is that we hit the bottom, which was June's high. Fed meeting announcement came out. They're going to keep interest rates the same currently, start tapering in 2022, probably, maybe announce a schedule in December. And we still have this unfilled gap, which is the low of that is 44.1150. And the overnight level has exceeded the gap. The overnight level is almost up to a 50% retracement of the 5% drop. So if we do get to the overnight high, we'll look at that in just one second, and can stay in this range, then we have good odds of getting to the 618 retracement around 44.50. Taking a look at the overnight action. This was yesterday, just basically bullish all day. This was the news of the Fed decision came out, and the market went crazy. And then it's been bullish overnight. Since the close, the market has basically traded up. So I'm going to say that from the prior couple days where there are a lot of shorts, they're probably getting squeezed to death. And this could be just continual short squeeze. And it may last for another day or two. I'm hoping it does, at least. Overnight high is at 44.24. Overnight low is at 43.85, and it's one of these days we're almost right in the middle of it. So the play is coming into the market, look for an ATR break to take out the high or the low, and try not to get caught in the chop. We've already got one this morning. We'll see if we get another one coming into the market open. All right, the market open, gave a quick ATR break. I haven't entered it yet. I'm just going to give it a minute because of where we're located in the charts. I mean, this is essentially Chopville. And I want to give the market just a minute to see if it's going to chop a ton. All right, we're above the open now, so I'm going to get long right here. Let's see what my entry was. All right, entry was 0625, which is basically yesterday's high. Might get stopped here. Very choppy. This is a little bit uncomfortable. Let's see. Stop is probably going to need to be a lower, around 44.01. That's a lot of risk on this trade early in the morning. Well, just going to follow it. 44.01, I can trail the stop up if I'm really uncomfortable with the trade. And see if we don't get a break up. I'm going to trail this pretty aggressively because it's just so choppy. If this works, great. If this doesn't work, that's fine too. And we're moving up a little bit. Outside bar. Nope. Okay, I may close it here. Well, I'll give it just a minute. Where's my stop? 40.0650. Yeah, so my stop is the open, market open. That's too tight. It's going to get stopped. On chop days like this, before the market's really decided what it's going to do, your targets need to be... Well, that target got hit. Anyway, generally your targets need to be a little tighter. So while I originally would have taken that for 4 or more points and let it play, I'm just so uncomfortable with the market dynamic right now because we opened right where VWAP is, and I need to give it a minute to see if we're going to go take out the overnight high. Opened right at VWAP, and the overnight high is much higher, so I'm expecting this to probably come down, retest the open, and if I'm wrong, that's fine. I'm happy to get $500 out of the trade that quickly this morning, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the market did come back down, test the open. One trade I'm considering to begin using and tracking is an opening range breakout trade on the 5-minute candle, especially when you have an ATR that breaks with it. And here you can see the high of the 5-minute candle was 44.1075 right here, and that's a very clean break for 5 points, and that's worth taking. Your stop would be at least back to the high of the 1-minute range, so you're risking probably around 4 points to make 5, so 1-to-1. And if you are feeling good about it, you could scale some off there. Whoops, sorry about that. Scale some off there and then leave a runner to get more extension. So when the VIX is still high in a market like this, got to come up with some ideas like that, and in case you're out of a trade that's usually choppy, and now you just sit and watch what could have been a successful trade and you taking it. Not a big deal, but I'm just saying. We have filled the gap from last week, so this is a very bullish sign, and if we continue to get above this whole Friday value low area around 44.1875, that's going to be confirmation of the bullish move, and I will look to get this overnight high. Either way, based on how A closes, I will look to take some kind of trade to break the IB high, and we'll just see where the market is at that time. Boy, what an incredible drive up through this opening range breakout of the first 5-minute bar. Just straight up, not a single red bar. And we already took out the overnight high. We got above this kind of go, no-go line of 44.1875, which was a low volume node area where if it's going to reject, it would reject there. But it blew right through it, and now it's a support area. And we'll have to see how how A period ends and B period sets up. So now, based on the market move, I'm not interested in a 10.05 trade because we've got an opening drive up, and 10.05 trades are not nearly as effective in this market context. So see how the next level of play comes in when A closes. All right, B period is opening now, and I'm just gonna see how this plays out in the first few minutes here. I missed the red line entry. I don't like to enter before B's open because sometimes it can flush. But this looks like a pretty good spot to enter 2 contracts and then add a third if we do flush down. It's a little early, it's only 10 o'clock, but this is an entry point here. So I'm not in a huge rush. I don't know why I feel compelled to jump in, so I'm not just going to jump in. Well, but the market is extremely volatile. So just giving it a minute here. Let's see how we set up on this at least first minute bar. Okay, so I'm gonna enter. Well, what a move. All right. I'm gonna take the entry there. Entry was 44.31.75. First break. First target is literally a break of A's high, 34.50. And I got 3 contracts on this trade. Time was around 10:01. I really should have taken that red line trade. And let me see where the stop needs to be. Let's see. Need a hotkey for that display. Okay, so the stop needs to be at 44.28. Go ahead and put that there. That's the ultimate stop. I can always close it before then if I don't like the price action. And the first target is just above A's high, going for a break of A's high. If I like the price action, if not, I'll just take it off. But the ultimate target is 44.36.25, which is a value area high from a little while ago. Okay, let's see if they front run A's high initially, or if they're going to let B break it. All right, so we got the first target. My system goes ahead, moves my stop. I'm going for 36.50, which is my target on the second, and I'm probably going to be aggressive about trailing this. Lock in $100, maybe even 150. All right, so we just got that very quickly. So my profit on the day is $1,015.30 after commissions. And that could be it for the day. There is one more trade I'm interested in called an IB trade. And if the market, oh gosh, I'm on the wrong menu. Let's switch that. All right, so anyway, the targets got hit. Sorry about that. Total profits right there. I may be done for the day. If there's another trade I want to take, it's going to be an IB trade. And I may take that, I may not. We'll see. I also have meetings coming up, so I may not be able to stay involved. So we'll see how it goes. Just a quick point. When you have an open drive, in the morning with a confirmed breakout on the B trade, taking out A's high, buying a return to A's high where my moving average is probably worth taking a small trade for a move back up, because an opening drive with the one time framing up here, you can see it, is a good risk reward for continuation. It just is. And those tend to work. So I need to focus on trying to at least gamble with a couple of those and use small size, and maybe not even use large targets, or use large targets. I mean, I'm not sure. So it's something I'll have to pay attention to and model. All right, taking an ATA break. I am late to the party here. Just taking 1 contract. That was really poor execution. I could pay for this, but just see if I can scalp it. My meeting's about to start, and I don't want to mess around with it. My first target should have been right here. Let's see if it just pushes through. $75. Oh, you can't even see that. That's fantastic. Oh, see, all right. So this is why you need to make your first target in front of the IB high. They got right up to it, looking for a chart, right up to it, and now they're bouncing back. So, oh, that's frustrating. I mean, literally, they got right up to it, and my meeting's about to start. So let's see if I can show you a little bit better here. Got right up to it. So where should my stop be? Here, or should I add? And I think the answer is I'm just going to add a contract here and a contract here, and then let it play out. So next add would be 44.38. Let's see. Or I just take the thing off. I hate trying to trade during these meetings. All right, so I'm basically break even on the trade. Second test, I got sellers above. The other thing I can do is just trail the stop really carefully. See if we get a quick break. 75 bucks. For this much trouble, I ought to make it 100 bucks. All right, I'm out on that trade. Okay, I'm done for the day. Up 1,086, and we'll just kind of watch how the rest of the day unfolds. It was a good day, and I think I called market well. Executed my plan pretty well, though I did miss this, which also was there was an inside bar, and that's where my entry should have been around 37, right down here, right as it broke back above, took out the ATR, and then broke up. And um, this market could, now that we broke the IB high, it could trade all the way back down to the open, um, or it could further extend the range a bit later in the afternoon. But for now, I'm done. And unless something changes, this is probably the end of the video for this episode. And I appreciate you watching. And if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Thank you.